Question 31 says a constant power P is supplied to a particle of mass m. The distance traveled by the particle when its velocity increases from v1 to v2 is. Now let us solve this question. This one, the power is written as multiplication of force and velocity. So this will be ma into v. From this we can write down that a will be equal to p by mv. Now acceleration can be written as v dv by ds. So this will be equal to p by mv. Further on, v square dv by ds will be equal to p by m. Now we can write down that v square dv integral will be equal to p by m ds. The integral limit has to put. So the limit of s will be 0 to s. The limit of v will be v1 to v2. So we can write down that p by m into s is equal to 1 by 3 v2 cube minus v1 cube. And further on, s will be equal to m by 3p v2 cube minus v1 cube. And hence for this question the correct answer is option number 3. Moving on to the question number 32. Question 32 says a mass m moving with velocity v collides inelastically with another identical mass at rest. After collision, the first mass moves with velocity v by root 3 in the direction perpendicular to the initial direction. The speed of the second mass after the collision is. Dear student, in the inelastic collision the momentum remains conserved. So in the x direction, let us first draw the diagram. This is the moving particle mass m. It is moving with velocity v, and after the collision it moves with a velocity v by root 3 in perpendicular direction, while the another mass moves in a certain direction with a velocity v1. Let this be direction at an angle of theta. In the x direction, let us conserve the momentum. We can write down that mv will be equal to m v1 cos theta. That is the component of momentum in the x direction. And in the y direction, we can write down that m v1 sin theta minus mv by root 3 will be equal to 0. From these two equations, we can easily write down that v1 square is equal to v square plus v square by 3. That is, we have used sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. From this, v1 will be equal to 2v by root 3. And hence for this question, the correct answer is option number 1. Moving on to the question number 33. In question 33, a person draws water from a 5 meter deep well slowly in a bucket of mass 2 kg of capacity 8 liter by a rope of mass 1 kg. The total work done by the person is. The student, the total work done will be equal to the total change in potential energy. The mass of the bucket and water combined will be equal to m. That will be equal to 10 kg. Now this is because the 8 liter water will be equal to 8 kg equivalent mass. So 8 plus 2 is 10. And the mass of the rope can be assumed to be its center of mass, and the mass of rope mr will be equal to given as 1 kg, and it will be at a height of 5 by 2, that is 2.5 meter. The total work done will be equal to mg into h plus mr into g into h by 2. Here this is h by 2. So this we can write down to be equal to 10 into the total height, that is 5, plus 1 into 10 into 2.5, and this distance will be equal to 525 joules, meaning that the correct answer for this question is option number 2. Moving on to the question number 34. In question 34, a car starts from rest on a 400 meter long bridge. The coefficient of friction is 0.8. So the minimum time to cross the bridge is. This one, the maximum acceleration of the retardation of car can be mu g, and this can be written to be equal to 0.8 into 10, that is 8 meter per second square. The distance can be written as half at square. So the distance is s. From this, t can be written as 2s by a under root. Putting the value of s as 400 meter and a as the maximum acceleration, that is 8, this time comes out to be equal to 10 seconds, and this is the minimum time. And hence for this question the correct answer is option number 3. Now let us solve the question number 35. Question 35 says find the maximum value of capital M by small m The situation shows that the system remains in equilibrium and the friction coefficient at both contacts is root 3 by 4. The student, let us draw a free body diagram. Let the normal here be N1. Here the gravity will be mg downwards. Let the normal here be N2 and a vertically downward gravitational force capital Mg. The tension, let it be T. Now from the FBD of small m we can write down that T should be equal to mu mg, and from the FBD of capital M we can write down that T plus mu mg cos theta minus mg sin theta will be equal to 0. Now putting the value of T from this equation in this equation, we can further on write down that mu mg will be equal to capital Mg sin theta minus mu cos theta, or capital M by small m will be equal to mu by sin theta minus mu cos theta. Now let us substitute the values. Mu is given to be equal to root 3 by 4. Sin theta is sin 30, that is half. Mu is given to be equal to again root 3 by 4, and cos 30 will be root 3 by 2. This will be equal to, dear students, to root 3. And hence for this question the correct answer is option number 4.